Let's get started on seat.
I need my podium.
Come to face steady profile to the bar. Right. Wait, which one are I doing? Which one are you doing? I'm gonna let you guys that. Sorry. Right arm, left arm to the bar out long. Right arm wraps around you like a seatbelt. Heels together, toes apart. Extend your right leg straight. Foot is flexed. Soften your standing leg. Tuck your hips under. We'll begin with one squeeze in, one press back, one squeeze, one press. Right away, working the corner of our seat. So just because we're working in our seat doesn't mean we need to let go of the upper body. So really stack your shoulders on top of your hips, tuck your hips under and pull your abs in. Nice, Jamie. Pull the squeeze in, just press back and back. You should feel your seat jump with each movement. Remember to keep that soft bend to standing leg. Soft bend. Foot is flexed. Great work, back bar. Pull the press back, circle the leg. Circle, hold, circle, freeze. Imagine drawing a dime-sized circle on the floor with your heel. Tiny circles. Feel your seat jump with each movement. Rolling your shoulders away from your ears. Reverse your circle, circle, hold, circle, freeze. Keep that soft bend in the standing leg. Little quicker, just circle and circle, around and around. Stay in it, you can do it. Nice work, Jamie. Reverse your circle, around and around. Pull your abs in tight. Hold the circle, point your toes, just lift and lift. This is your last change for this set, so really stay in it. Option to pull off of the bar toward the center of the room. Right? Is this one pulling off? Yeah. Final 20 seconds. Here's your final 10. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
The one away from the bar, pressing into it. Oh, that was good too.
That one is good. And sometimes I'm telling people, like, press your heel into the molding.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Yeah,
they're like,
I know. I go out there and I'm like, push it into the.
And sometimes I think, like, maybe it's because they're too short and they can't touch the molding. But I'm like, no, wait.
No.
Like, it's like, yeah. I'm like, no, that's not my reasoning. Okay.
All right. Oh, yeah, we'll keep going. Keep recording. Any feedback?
I think you got double the workout.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Everything
really
was
long.
double.
That's one thing that I noticed when I took your class the other morning is it was really, really long.
Okay. So, are you counting 8 counts, or are you counting the number of times that they do it?
I'm counting for seat. I'm counting the number of times that they do it.
Okay. So, like circle hold
Yeah.
is only 8 times.
Right.
Yeah.
In reverse.
Yeah.
And then I know 16. It's when it's something like one squeeze in, one lift up, and then tempo is always 32. Sorry.
An extra workout.
Yeah. It
More
did.
than the
I was
circle,
like,
too.
wow, that burned.
And then one thing we want to avoid in general is any negatives. You probably didn't even realize it, but when you say just because you're working your seat doesn't mean you let go of your posture or something like that.
Oh.
You can just take out the doesn't.
Okay.
You're working your seat. Also remember you're working your posture.
Okay.
Da 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 da.
that's
Those little itty bitty things like
Yeah.
I say
Just
try not to now
Yeah.
to make it. Is that okay?
Yeah, I
okay.
say try.
Try not to lean back. Really staying over your.
One of my favorite things to say, which is instead of that, is endeavor to stand a little taller.
Endeavor.
I know.
I love endeavor. Persevere.
Or, aim.
Sorry.
Aim. How about aim?
Aim. Okay,
Aim,
I think
yeah.
I used that.
Yeah.
Endeavor. Aim to stand a little taller.
Or aim to get
Okay.
those shoulder blades a little bit
Or could you
higher
say,
off
like,
the floor.
Can you
Mhm.
try to keep the arch out of your lower back?
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay to say.
Try
That's
to.
what
Yeah.
I say. Not
Because
but
that's
not
what I say.
nots or don'ts. Because
Yeah, avoid
I don't
doesn't,
think I say
don't,
nots or
Okay.
don'ts.
not, yeah.
I will
Just
hear
say,
myself
like, be
now, so-
better.
Be better.
But to add on to that, there's a reason when you are inclined to say a don't. For example, like when you're in seat, yes, they're working their seat, but you do want them to think about their entire body as well, and consider dropping those. Drop those shoulders down. The more you drop them down, the more you tuck your hips. You'll even target your waistband as well. So it's basically it's upselling.
Okay.
Not just telling them to do it, but telling them why
Okay.
it's a good practice.
Gotcha.
And I think that's
Keeping your abs
important.
in to protect your low
Yeah,
back.
and it's like,
That's what
screw
I say.
you! I'm already doing my hardest.
Yeah.
But give me a reason.
But as I know in that specific one, people are like really booty
Arching.
popping. Like
Yeah.
so really arching.
Yeah, because
like
I
that.
even felt like if it was hard for me with that because I just feel like my foot is going to touch the floor
Yeah.
when I tuck. So
I feel like it
yeah,
helps to remind people to keep their hips square
Mhm.
because I feel like
yeah.
a lot of the booty
Yeah.
tooch comes from when they like start to rotate too
Rotate,
far back
right.
because they're trying to press their leg further
Further
back. So if
back.
you just remind them to
Yeah.
like straighten up, then they can tuck more.
So
Yeah, I
don't
with
know.
things like fold over and like any of the seat work, you can say tuck under as much as you can. This might mean your leg lowers. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
If I
yeah.
adjust
Okay.
as hard.
Because
Because
your legs
originally I was trying to keep my leg higher, but
yeah.
I realized because you were like tuck your, and I
just
was
feel
like,
it's
yeah,
okay to,
I'm
like, drop it a
can't
little bit,
unless
like,
I
yeah.
lower my leg, I
Yeah.
can't
That's
tuck
how
my
you
feet.
feel
And
better.
Yeah,
I was
usually-
like,
can you say that one more time? What you just said?
So like tuck as hard as you can,
Uh-huh.
even if this means your leg lowers
Lowers,
slightly, you're
gotcha.
still firing just as hard.
Gotcha.
yeah,
And then with things like that, you can always say it's okay if your foot hovers or
yeah.
grazes the carpet.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because I do want them to know that that's okay.
Right.
And you can only say length over height so many times, but
right.
Yeah.
it's toes just skimming the floor here. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, I realized I was like, I gotta bring my leg like just above the floor.
Yeah.
I can't really tuck.
And when I show you the video, you'll see this. So there was a circle hold. You can speed up your vocals so it's circle hold because you want them to be holding it that much longer.
Okay.
Circle hold.
So praise.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Circle
so like the
hold.
way you emphasize the words also tells them where to emphasize the movement.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like pulse hold instead of pulse hold,
Mm-hmm.
pulse freeze. It's
Right.
pulse hold,
It is.
pulse freeze. Yeah.
You know how the same way they write it in the choreo.
Yeah.
Pulse hold. Squeeze
Yeah.
hold. Just say kind of say it like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Circle hold.
Because
Yes.
otherwise people think it's
Yes.
circle, hold.
Yeah.
Circle
Gotcha.
hold.
Instead of
So
circle
it's
hold.
Kavita's
I say
circle hold.
circle.
Circle hold.
Yeah.
The whole point is to get them to hold it for a full
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
counts. Circle. Sorry.
You almost
Circle
want the hold to be on
hold.
the one.
Yeah, yeah.
Circle
It's like-
hold.
Right.
Circle
It's a
hold.
phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those familiar with the and, say it on the and.
One hand.
Okay. Good. Good. So thoughts on this practice? Was